What's going on, guys? Thanks for hanging out here. Welcome back to the channel, and a little bit of different setup, but I wanted to get a little bit up close just like this. And I want to say thanks for just the slow start that I'm getting on this channel, but I'm learning as I go, and I'm still waiting for equipment. But at the same time, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. Never really did get a chance to do an introductory channel of or an intro video of why I'm doing a channel. I was Facebook Live a while back just with friends on Facebook, and just to say why I'm doing it in the first place. Well, it seems like everybody's doing a content thing. Some people are doing their own podcast. Some people are just wanting to blurting out their opinions on there, and unfortunately that's me as well. I'm gonna do that. And I want to talk about a lot of things. The sports world. I worked 20 some years close to it in a sports retail environment, but I was also growing up in a sports world. Love most of them. I love most of them. I played soccer 18 years. I played hockey around past 10. So people know me as a diehard Penguins fan. People also know me as a previous video, a Falcons fan in Central PA. But I do support the Steelers. I support most of the teams around here. But at the same time, I want to talk about a lot of different stuff besides sports world. I'll do a little bit of life stuff, and I do watch a little bit of wrestling here and there, not as much as I used to, but maybe I'll bring up something here and there as well. But at the same time, one of my most recent things that I've been doing in the last year and a half, 2 years, was I am now starting to get into the jersey collecting type of thing. It's a little bit of a midlife crisis hobby for myself. But in the last couple of probably a handful of months and maybe a year and a half, I've been watching a lot of different channels on YouTube of a lot of jersey collectors and jersey collectors content. I'll have to find out if I'm allowed to even tag any of them, but there's a lot of them from post to post to Twisted Wrister, and a dude up near the Northwest, BW Hockey. I follow him on Instagram. Check him out. He's got some good stuff as well. And the Jersey guy's another guy that's on YouTube, and these guys have over 150 jerseys, and it's a great hobby for them, and they do swap and sell and collect, try to find different ones, try to find relics and everything. That might be something for me down the road, saving money, of course. But I am a novice jersey collector. I'm starting to get into it. I don't know the exact number that I have, but I know it's probably around under 30. But slowly but surely, I like to find different ones, even older ones. But a lot of things are going to change when the NHL goes to Fanatics starting in 2024. And a lot of jersey collectors are not happy about that. So with this video here, and I'm going to do it on the fly because I'm still learning the camera type thing on my phone and putting it in front of a ring light. People know I am a diehard Penguins fan, but I do have my Penguins jersey collection, and the best of my ability on the fly, I'm going to show you what I have. Hang tight, people. All right, the best of my ability. Here we are. I get a chance to show you people what I really have now. Knowing I have a small place, so down the road it's probably going to be a point where I'm going to have to buy some racks. I'm not sure. I don't even want to think that right now. But one thing at a time. I'll try to make this as brief as I possibly can. Show you exactly what I have. First off, people wondering how much of a Penguins do I have? I have a handful of hoodies and I have a handful of hats. I think I'll save that for another day. But here I got, I don't know if they still use this or not. This might be one of the practice jerseys they do in 2021 or 22. I think they still do, but it is Adidas. It was a Climalite, and most of my stuff I do maybe find a deal on eBay. There's a couple buyers I did find from BW Hockey that I just took with a grain of salt and found stuff on his eBay, and he's a fan, and his jerseys are as legit as can be, whether they're replica or authentic. Just love the felt on that. That is one of the practice jerseys that they wear. And I just had to get the gold one because it seems like everything you get is black. Let's go next. This is probably one of my favorites, and I had to pick this up. This is the reverse retro for 2022-23. Some people were happy about it, but there were a lot of people that Wanted to see the gradient. They remember the gradient with the gray and whatever, which I will show you later. But this was the right move. Always love Robo Penguin. Will never doubt Robo Penguin. Love the Penguins logo to the death, but this is what I remember growing up to as well. And this is this is right after they won 2 cups with Mario and Yager. But the reverse trim on that, the shoulders, no patches, nothing on that. Gotta love Robo Penguin. That's next. And I'm just going by what I took out, so go by whatever after all the editing. This, I believe, was the 2013 or 14. It was I can't remember the year exactly. This was the Stadium Series against the Blackhawks, where they played in Soldier Field. I got beat 5-1 in that game, and still had the Vegas gold on it. Still got to get a jersey patch. I got to get the Stadium Series patch on that. I always did like the numbers on them, but this was in the Reebok era. And you remember James Neal is the only guy who scored a goal in that game. Okay. Let's continue. And I'll throw you a couple throwbacks. I always have Lemieux. Have to have the original throwback with the Penguin on it. And this was a CCM. Still love it. CCM still makes very, very good stuff on it. I think I would take CCM over the Mitchell and Ness stuff, but you never know, you might get a deal with Mitchell and Ness somewhere down the road. I have to hold on to this one. Not only is it the Penguins home jersey from back in the day, in the rebrand with Reebok, but this guy was pretty big time. Good old Cooney, Chris Kunitz. Still remember that game where they beat the Senators. He was the reason in double overtime. And I always have to have my favorite player, Malkin, Evgeny Malkin. And this is also Reebok as well. We have to keep him. We have to keep him, but can't have any jersey without Sid the Cat. And this one has a couple messes on the top here. Nonetheless, that jersey quality is pretty darn good on it. This was the home, then the road, and I got a couple spots on it. This is an older jersey. It's hard to get the stains out of it. Holding on to this one, no doubt. And it is triple stitch. It's hard to look real close to it. So try to get as much as all the eras I can is what I'm going to try to do with my Penguins collection as everything's falling to the ground. Got to have the Winter Classic. Hands down, this was a big time thing for me. I have to get anything that they represent, whether it is a home or road. The goal also is to try to get every outdoor game they do, Stadium Series or Winter Classic that they do. Third jersey, those can be hit and miss, and try to get some of the older ones from '67. That's a goal in there. I have to have at least Phil Kessel for one of them. This was the third jersey they did a while back with the gold. That was that one playoff run where they wore gold and they got beat. I think they got swept in that year, I think. But Phil is a big part of everything. He's got cups with the Penguins. Have to hold on to him. Now I have to hold on to these guys as well, even though these are a little bit bad luck. This is the Winter Classic that they played against the Capitals in Heinz Field. I have a Crosby one here, and then I got a semi kind of a deal where I got another one, but I had to get Chris Letang on it. Most of these are either larges or extra larges, or 52 or 54s. I usually wear 52. This one was a medium, but I couldn't say no to the deal. I really couldn't. This right here, I had to find it. This was the old center ice practice jersey with the Robo Penguin on. It was a pro player. They had pro player back in the day. It was in that same area that I think pro player and starter and even Nike threw their name in the hat as well to do jerseys back in the day. I had to get this This is the Stadium Series. Unfortunately, this is the Stadium Series that they lost to the Flyers in Lincoln Financial Field. This is with Letang. It was the first one I could get. I could not get Malkin or Crosby. But I absolutely love the tonal of this. And I'm not a Flyers fan. The Flyers fans the Flyer jerseys were nice as well. You can even tell a great day for hockey. This is one of my favorite Penguin jerseys, probably top 3. I will go back and go to the one jersey. It doesn't have anybody on it, but this was in fact the 3rd jersey that they did while they were still in the mix. They had the changeover during the bankruptcy era. They brought the regular Penguin back. Still kept the Robo Penguin with them, and this was also Crosby's first jersey. This was the first jersey he would have. And this was a Coho. So Coho had their name in there as well. Loved the direction on that. If you remember, Crosby first game was in this jersey as well. That was the 3rd jersey that they did. Just getting away from trying to evolve, getting out of the Robo Penguin years. And speaking of those, I'll do one at a time for you. There's your home. Actually, I take that back. This was the road. This was the road at the time with the diagonal. Also one of my favorites. They're doing their 3rd jersey is this jersey right now. This was a starter. I believe this was a large. You can never say no. This is the gin and juice jersey as well. That's what some of the collectors like to call. There's your home. I could show you the other one from the reverse retro, but there's the home. Some of these I did get dirt cheap just to have in the collection, but they're probably not going to go anywhere. And I feel because they never won a cup with Robo Penguin, but the logo is iconic. Absolutely iconic. And speaking of which, hopefully maybe someday they bring this jersey back. Absolutely love the gradient. And I watched a couple overtime games with my cousin. I watched Darius Kasparaitis win a game with this jersey. Peter Nedved won an overtime game with this jersey. And Lemieux, Yager, and all those boys absolutely love. This might be also probably my favorite band of jerseys. Probably the 90s ones right here. I'm a loss for words. I hope they bring this back. When Fanatics takes over and they decide to go reverse retro again, I don't know. There's no word about that yet. I'm hoping this comes back. I don't care if it's white. I don't care if it's gold. Bring the gradient back at least once. And now I will go reverse retro version 1. And it's a shame this came out the year of the pandemic. And it just felt weird. That whole season felt weird. They'll have your Penguin on the end, but who do I have on the back? Is Jake Getzel. It's going to be out for a little bit. He'll be back later on in the regular season. I got this at the Penn store online for a deal, but anything I find that they were at one point definitely had to pick up. But this, it looked really, really sharp on the ice. And a lot of collectors did, in fact, like this choice. And speaking of the white, there's your third. That has the Penguin on it. This doesn't have anything on it, but it is a prime green. That's what I loved about this, with the new prime green Adidas jerseys. So this may be one time you'd ever see the home and road happen. You never know. This is officially their third jersey as of the moment. I don't know if their contract ran out for this jersey or not. I think this is coming is the last year they use this, because I think they go 3-year contracts with a third jersey, and then they have to change it up depending on who does it. And don't know what Fanatics is going to do when they take over next year. And I will always have to have a straight up regular Penguin jersey. The home, this is also, well, this is a Climalite. It's not the prime green, but it doesn't necessarily matter because my boy's on it. He takes a lot of penalties, but he doesn't take any crap either. Gino, you got a 3-year window to win a cup. And I have to hold on to this because I do have a kind of goal. I do have the road, but it's a Reebok. But I probably may not give it up unless somebody decides to make a deal because this guy's now retired. Good old Hornquist, who was the man who won the cup against Nashville. Good old Horny. He did not play in that cup this year with Florida. He was on the Panthers roster, but he was healthy. He had concussion, and he did not play. But I do have a home, and I do have a road. And the last one that I have is, of course, this year's Winter Classic. I don't have the patch for it, but I'm not necessarily worried about patches because, I mean, you can always get a patch online or whatever. But this was a fantastic thing. This brought back the 1920s old Pittsburgh Pirates font back in the day. You have to look it up. That's where it came from. I love the cream color. They lost that game against the Bruins, but almost tied the game at the end. But they did a fantastic job playing that game, and this was a great jersey to have. They wore it like a couple times at home and after that. So right there is my collection for the Penguins. And technically not done, so I'll wrap this up just simply saying that I'm kind of missing a few. I'm missing any of the 1967 baby blue and white and baby blue jerseys with the diagonal on it. I'm missing those. I'm missing the 70s where it was the navy blue with the Penguin logo on it. So I'm missing those two eras, and I'm missing the Stadium Series, the gold Stadium Series jersey that they wore against the Flyers when they played at Heinz Field, Acrisure Heinz Field. That was the one where it was gold. It was the gold jersey I have there, but it had the State of Hot or the City of Champions Keystone patch on their side. I'm still looking for that. Hopefully I find it sometime. I haven't been able to find anything, and if I did, it was either too pricey or the wrong size. So right there is my Penguin hockey jersey collection. Now you know how much of a nutcase I can be. I do have a lot of Penguin hats. I can do that down the road, but it shows my fandom. I don't have to wear them all the time, but someday I will show you the rest of my hockey jersey collection. But there you have it. Hope you bared with me. It was fun while it lasted. And you have any questions about these? And any hockey jersey collectors out there, any advice? I would love to take any advice whatsoever, because slowly but surely I want to try to get on this bandwagon. Until then, I appreciate you, and I'll let you guys go back to your regular world, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Laters.